Thought I'd take a minute. I've got most, as you can see, most of it has been burned now. Burned most of my past here. And the rocket stove at Camp Freedom 2. I guess Camp Freedom 2 is setting me free. Some of you ask on the videos why I keep referring it to as we or us, like when I go somewhere or do something. I don't actually have multiple personalities or anything like that. I refer it to as we, or we're going here, or we're doing that, because I don't feel that I'm on this journey alone. You know, if I felt alone, then this place here, the compound, and Camp Freedom 2, and the wilderness out here, the boonies, and all the weird, crazy, scary stuff, would probably make me freak out and be scared. And I had fought this whole thing for nearly 7 years by myself, pretty much. I had some women, became my girlfriend and my fiance, one of them, tried to help, but they couldn't. It was just too much, too overpowering. And then I found myself alone. I also had some friends along the way who did try to help. But even that, you know, they were limited in what they could do. So I began this journey quite by accident with the Living in a Van YouTube channel. Actually, I had the Living in a Van Facebook page about 4 years ago, which chronicled my start of living in a van when I broke up with my fiance back in Port St. Lucie. And I didn't really plan on using it as, you know, a forum for making my situation known, or my side of the story. But with the way things went down now, you know, 7 years after the events, or nearly 7 years after the events, come April, it'll be 7 years. I feel like I'm not alone, especially with the Facebook group Living in a Van and the YouTube channel Living in a Van. If you take the time to read the comments, you'll see that I'm definitely not alone. There are others here who are with me in spirit, who are rooting for me, who have been trying to help when they see obviously stupid stuff like me putting the Band-Aid over the headphone or the headpiece instead of the microphone to use it as a windbreaker. So I'm definitely not alone, and that's why I always refer to us or we. Like right now, I'm burning this. I'm burning my past here. You can see here, motion for civil contempt enforcement. That's my motion, which they denied. But I'm burning all this stuff. While I'm here physically, I feel that it is something we are doing as part of this journey. So that's why there's always a reference to we or us. I say, let's go on a bike ride. Let us go on a bike ride. Because I'm not here alone. Here's a motion order hearing. You can see all this legal stuff. And that's what I'm burning. I'm getting rid of all this. And I had burned some of it before, but this is a more thorough. I think most of it, only a couple little documents remain now, like the divorce order, visitation, custody, and whatnot. But all the legal filings, letters, emails, evidence, I'm burning. I'm letting it go. And I say we because if you're watching this, then you're coming along on this journey with me as I try to rebuild my life and start all over. Yet again. But this time, you know, none of this stuff is around anymore. It'll all be burned up and gone. I've basically been closing things out. I didn't really plan on coming back to Camp Freedom 2. But the way things worked, I ended up here, and I think it's kind of fitting, actually, that my last day here in Brevard, at least for the time being, is at Camp Freedom 2. I had hoped that Camp Freedom 2 would become something bigger, but unless people actually care and want to make that dream a reality, it looks like this is it. I'll be leaving the camp as pretty much as you see here. There's some projects that can be worked on, which I'll talk about here in a moment. But for me, I think this is the end of Camp Freedom 2, unless I happen to be passing through here and just feel nostalgic and want to come back here and see what's become of this camp. Oh, it's hot stuff, man. This is all... You can see how it starts to smoke when the fire starts to go out, so you gotta constantly try to keep it burning. And you can't just put it all in at once, because the paper won't burn like that. You gotta, because you gotta have air. So this is what I've been doing now for, I think, more than an hour, maybe 2 hours. Sitting here burning papers. It's a bit liberating, and I'm hoping that once this task is done, I can begin my new life, at least my next portion of my journey. And I'm hoping that you'll continue to come along with me, but I also know that eventually this journey will end once I get my life back in order. I don't know if I'm going to keep the YouTube going, but at least my side of the story can be told. And if it is truly God's will, then the Freedom, Hope, and Love Foundation will become real. If not, this is it. It's just this hut out here in the middle of nowhere, and me. As we burn pretty much the last remnants of my past, I do have an important message for my children, and I need you to listen very carefully. This message is specifically to my children. Do not go to the presumed guilty channel. Is your dad telling you? Do not go to that channel. Not until you're older and on your own, when you're no longer living with your mother. It's my side of the story, but because of the way things are right now, you're still with your mother. So you need to listen to your mother, and you need to remember what we talked about. When you're old enough, you can seek me out, and we'll try to pick up our lives. And, you know, we can't make up for this lost time, but we'll do what we can to be a dad and his kids again. So you guys will be grown-ups by then. Do not, I repeat, this is your dad telling you, do not go to the presumed guilty channel, because it's going to contain adult stuff there and things that you won't understand right now because you're still a little bit too young. If you want to view it when you're grown up, you can do that if the channel is still there. But for now, I'm just telling you, please don't go there. Your dad is telling you, do not go. I'm giving you that warning. And respect my wishes and don't go there. I love you.